starting a boxing movement. A little late today, but about to hit y'all with a few videos in a row. All boxing in a row. Then we might switch the pace up and do some NFL or something else, basketball or whatever it is. This is what CJ Goodfella back at the boxing clinic. Shout out to everybody on that boxing grind. Shout out to LDBC, to YTBC, we working. And you know, the regular WBA title is not a real world title. Let's get that out there right now. And for people who don't understand the difference, this is the difference right here. The WBA has 2 belts per weight class. And then that's if you're not counting the interim title belts. I don't know if they had those as well. But they got 2 belts. They got a regular WBA champion, and they got the Super WBA champion. The Super WBA champion is the real champion of WBA. Basically, the regular WBA champion is like the diamond belt of the WBC. It's kind of like the #1 mandatory to the Super WBA champion. It's some of the dumbest, foolish things. They're trying to eliminate it, and we'll see. You know, it's just a money grab. And basically, that's what sanctioned bodies are for the most part. You know, Matisse is about to fight some guy for the WBO regular, I think 147-pound title. Don't quote me on that. That Lamont Peterson, you know, gave up. So, you know, you had Danny Jacobs, that was a regular WBA champion. I mean, you know, a lot of these guys, if you're a regular WBA champion, you're not a real world champion. You know, you're an intern, like a champion in waiting. You're the #1 mandatory. That's all that it really personifies. And people going around calling themselves ex-champions holding a regular WBA belt, you're not a world champion. It doesn't count. It should not count, you know. And, you know, that's like saying, oh, I'm a WBC Diamond champion. Oh, no, you the mandatory. That's all it means. You the champion in waiting. Like, you got next up when you know, the availability fits the bill. And you got guys like Danny Jacobs running around talking like they real champions, and Badu Jack talking about he another champion at 175 pounds. He was a regular WBA champion. Andre Ward was a super champion, you know. So, you know, the head of WBA, you know, said he's trying to change that. And I don't think he really is trying to change it. Because, you know, they say they want it done by 2019 or 2020 like that. They're not trying to change it. Because why would you take a 3%, you know, out of your pocket? You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting probably 3% from the champion, and the real super champion, then you're getting 3% from the regular WBA champion. So why would you cut your career? Why would you cut your earnings in half? Because they really legitimately wanted to get rid of the regular WBA title, they would have just abolished and eliminated the 147-pound WBA regular champion after Lamont Peterson vacated to fight Earl Spence Jr. You know, they really would have. They didn't do that. You know, they kept it. They give him to Matisse. Now Matisse gonna think he a real world champion. He's not a real world champion, man. You know, he's not a real world champion. Anybody that holds the regular WBA, they're not real world champions. Danny Jacobs, not a real world champion. Lamont Peterson at 147, not a real world champion. Badu Jack at 175 pounds, not a real world champion. And you can go on and on about it. You know, a lot of people are not gonna like it, but it is what it is. You know, in a era where it's like several belts, then a sanctioned body gonna put a second belt in there. Like, it's just the ultimate money grab. And they got guys calling themselves world champions and put on their resume. And they're not even really world champions. And it kind of bugs me. I don't know if it bugs y'all guys. You know, people out here perpetrating, talking about they world champions. And they ain't even a real world champion. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, ultimate money grab. You know, I'm surprised more sanctioned belt bodies ain't went with that route anyway. I know the WBC got the WBC Diamond. Like I said, that's a transitional championship. That's like, okay, I got next up. Like, I'm the #1 mandatory. That's all that it really is. Surprised. The IBF is pretty strict. I doubt that. WBO is pretty strict. Well, WBO might do it, but at the end of the day, they got to eliminate that second title, bro. Sooner than later, but I don't see that because that's taking a lot of money away from them. But it is what it is. We gone.